Sensing that Kevin was moved by Phoebe's letter, Truman asked him to save her before it was too late. After learning more about the Hayes family from Spencer, Kevin planned to give them a big gift on the date of the wedding. Suddenly, Miss Wilson called, updating him on Williams Media's dire situation. Realizing that a lot had happened in his absence, Kevin vowed to make up for lost time in saving both Phoebe and his company. Inside the luxurious private room at the Salix Hotel, there was a round table filled with people. Vito Booker, who was sitting between two beautiful women, took a big puff from his cigar.
"Looks like Chicago will have a new leading company soon. Williams Media is about to go down."
Vito Booker blew out a large puff of smoke.
"Who does Kevin Williams think he is? He may be his company's CEO, but at the end of the day, he's just a young man. I still can't believe he actually dared to humiliate me like that at the banquet. This time, I'll make sure to show him who he's going up against." "No one can compete with the Booker Phoenix Corporation,"
one of Vito's associates at the table chimed in.
"At this rate, Williams Media will definitely file for bankruptcy any day now,"
another one sneered.
"Boss, you don't have to worry too much about it,"
Vito's associate reassured him.
"Didn't you hear? That was seriously wounded at the Healing Arts School's martial arts competition. Until now, it's unknown whether that guy is still alive or not, but he hasn't shown his face in weeks."
A few of Vito's guests, representing some of the most influential families in Chicago, were sitting at a table nearby. When they overheard this exchange, they couldn't help but burst into laughter as well.
"Letting that man like this is really letting him off the hook too easily."
When Vito's voice fell, a familiar voice interrupted them.
"I'm afraid you won't have that chance anymore."
The room immediately became quiet as everyone stopped what they were doing. Who would dare to contradict Vito?
"Who said that?"
Vito looked around the room. Could it be who he was thinking? Suddenly, the door was kicked open, making a loud noise that startled everyone in the private room.
"Vito, did you already forget the taste of...
Why don't I remind you with another swirly?" Kevin slowly walked into the room and looked at everyone. The rich people at the other table were now getting nervous, and beads of sweat began to trickle down their foreheads. The fact that they were present indicated that they also had something to do with William Media's downfall.
"Look who it is. The infamous CEO of Williams Media has finally risen from his grave,"
Vito mocked.
"Kevin, you're really lucky to still be alive, but what's the use of coming for me now? I'm afraid it's too late for that. Williams Media is finished."
Vito Booker stared at Kevin, fuming with rage. Ever since their encounter at the Foreign Film Festival's kickoff banquet, he would get flashbacks every time he had to use a toilet. No one had ever humiliated him like that, and it continued to haunt him in his dreams.
"Is that man the son-in-law of the Jones family?"
one of Vito's snotty guests sneered. When they heard this, everyone in the room pointed at Kevin and burst into laughter. Kevin didn't pay attention to these people. Instead, he just looked at Vito with a cold expression in his eyes.
"What brings you here at this hour? Are you here to beg for mercy on behalf of your company?"
When Kevin didn't reply, Vito teased.
"Just a while ago, you were joking around when you made your entrance, but now you're so quiet and serious all of a sudden. What's the matter? Got your tongue?"
Kevin immediately made his move. Without saying a word, he walked right up to Vito.
"Williams Media is almost finished. Shouldn't he be begging for mercy?"
One of Vito's associates scratched his head.
"He's too arrogant to accept defeat. He doesn't deserve Vito's mercy,"
another one commented. Vito flew into a fit of rage as he flipped his table over.
He stood up and roared, "Kevin, I've had it with you. You just screwed yourself over big time. Not only do I want to destroy Williams Media, but I'm going to rip your hands off tonight as well."
"My hands are right here. If you want them, then be my guest," Kevin exclaimed. Vito was so angry that the blood vessels on his forehead were popping out. As soon as he finished speaking, a few of Vito's bodyguards rushed in.
"How dare you cause trouble here?"
One of the bodyguards cracked his knuckles. With that, 5 or 6 bodyguards rolled up their sleeves and charged towards Kevin. while everyone else who was watching flinched and curled up in their seats. The bodyguards were at least 250 pounds each. How much strength did Kevin have to knock each of them out with a single punch?
"What are you waiting for?"
Vito ordered his other bodyguards. Hearing this, the other bodyguards had no choice but to pounce on Kevin. They decided to try their luck by going at him all at once, but Kevin simply shook his head as he raised his fists. In less than a minute, Vito's bodyguards were lying all over the floor.
"I just realized that it's getting kind of late. I still have some urgent matters to attend to,"
another guest mumbled. All of a sudden, all of Vito's business associates and guests began running towards the door at the same time. Whoever dares to take one more step won't be shown any mercy. Kevin didn't even bother to look at them as he coldly warned them. Just like that, they stopped in their tracks, and no one dared to take another step forward. With their backs turned to Kevin, everyone fearfully froze in place, no matter how awkward their current positions were.
"Kevin, don't do anything reckless. We've already dealt so much damage to your company. If things continue like this, Williams Media will have no choice but to file for bankruptcy by tomorrow morning. No matter what you do tonight, you'll never be able to save it,"
Vito explained as he endured the intense pain in his stomach and stood up. "Is that so? Why don't we play a game to test that theory of yours? Let's see if any of you can really afford it. All of you, turn around and get down on your knees." Kevin used this moment to scan the faces of all of Vito's business associates and guests. After following Kevin's orders, the people all looked at each other with obvious panic in their eyes.
"Kevin, do you know who you're going up against? We're all people with money and status. We don't kneel down to anyone,"
Nick Archer sneered.
Then he said, "We came here on behalf of the Quinn family in New York City, as well as Chicago's Archer, Butler, and Warren families."
"Kevin, if you know what's good for you, I advise you to take it easy and back off. If anything bad happens to us, you'll be facing the wrath of all of our families." Doug Butler raised his chin slightly and arrogantly as he threatened Kevin. In that instant, Doug suddenly thought of something. Even if Kevin was the CEO of Williams Media, his company was currently in a precarious situation. Without his business, he was just a son-in-law who definitely wouldn't dare to do anything to them. Or would he?
Kevin didn't blink, didn't speak. But somewhere, deep beneath that calm, something moved. A shadow. A trap. Not for them. For him. Because while Kevin was busy planning their downfall, someone else had already planned his. And they were closer than he thought. He came to burn down their empire. But has Kevin stepped into a war he can't see yet?
Please subscribe to the Pocket FM YouTube channel and press the bell icon for instant notification. Check out our channel for more such exciting shows.